Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on India's commercial real estate sector trends and opportunities, conducted by Brickwork Ratings. Thank you all for joining us today, and we look forward to having an enriching discussion on this important topic. Before we begin, let me introduce today's speakers for the webinar. We have Ms. Manasvi Joshi, the research analyst at Brickwork Ratings, and myself, Vikrant Chaturvedi, Senior Manager Research. Now let's dive into the agenda for today's presentation. This webinar will delve into the trends, challenges, and future prospects of India's commercial real estate sector, offering insights into how you can capitalize on this growth. Let's explore the opportunities and strategies for success in this dynamic and rapidly evolving market. India's real estate sector is poised for an unprecedented growth, projected to expand from a value of approximately $2,200 billion in 2021 to a staggering $1 trillion in 2030. This remarkable expansion is driven by several key factors, including the thriving commercial real estate sector. The commercial real estate segment is expected to experience significant growth, rising from $41 billion in 2024 to a projected $106 billion by 2029. This substantial increase highlights the escalating demand for office spaces and retail real estate, underscoring India's robust economic development trajectory. In 2024, the real estate sector contributed approximately 7.3% to India's GDP, with projections indicating this figure will reach an impressive 13% by 2025. This increase highlights the sector's potential to drive economic growth, job creation, and overall prosperity in the nation. The real estate sector is a major employment generator, providing jobs to approximately 7 crore individuals in 2023. This positions it as the second largest employment sector, just behind agriculture, emphasizing its critical role in fostering economic development and social well-being. The commercial real estate boom is not limited to major cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, and Hyderabad. Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities such as Ahmedabad, Chandigarh, Jaipur, and witnessing remarkable growth and rising demand for office spaces. This expansion is driven by increased institutional investments fueled by initiatives like REITs, relaxed FDI regulations, and government programs such as smart city missions. The growing demand for various real estate segments, including office spaces, retail real estate, industrial and warehousing facilities, data centers, and co-working spaces, presents a wide range of investment opportunities for both domestic and international investors. This diverse market landscape offers a promising future for investors seeking to capitalize on India's real estate boom. Now let's discuss the major segments within India's commercial real estate sector. Office spaces, contributing 40 to 45% of the market, are primarily driven by the IT and BPO segment. This sector fuels economic growth and innovation, creating employment opportunities and positioning India as a global leader in technology. Industrial and warehousing, accounting for 15 to 20% of the market, has grown rapidly due to the rise of e-commerce, logistics, and manufacturing. The demand for efficient warehousing and distribution facilities has led to the development of state-of-the-art industrial spaces. Retail spaces with a 20 to 25% market share has been shaped by urbanization and the e-commerce boom. Despite disruptions through traditional retail, unique retail spaces offering immersive experiences and personalized services have emerged. The hospitality sector contributes 10 to 15%, driven by domestic and international tourism. India's rich cultural heritage and growing popularity as a tourist destination, along with increased business travel, have fueled the demand for world-class hospitality services. Emerging sectors like data center and healthcare facilities are emerging players, contributing 5 to 10% of the market. These sectors supporting digital infrastructure and quality healthcare services show significant potential for future growth. These segments play a crucial role in shaping the landscape and driving India's economic growth. In the competitive investment landscape, commercial real estate stands out for higher rental yields and long term capital growth, offering yields of 6 to 11%, which is far higher than residential properties at 2 to 4%. Commercial real estate is a popular choice for portfolio diversification. Moreover, REITs enhance liquidity, further boosting its attractiveness. India is emerging as a global office hub, attracting multinational investments. Over the past 5 years, the sector has attracted 30 billion USD in institutional investments and is projected to reach 60 billion USD by 2047. The office segment has been the prime focus for PE investments from 2017 to 2023. Post pandemic, warehousing investments surged from 2021 to 23. The latest figures show alternate investment funds in real estate reaching 75,500 crores in the first half of 24-25, with real estate capturing 17% share. The recovery of commercial space demand is evident, with leasing activities surpassing pre COVID levels. Commercial real estate offers higher rental yields, long term capital appreciation, and consistent cash flows. It allows investors to diversify portfolio while engaging in the dynamic growth of India's commercial sector. In the next section, we will discuss how 2024 has been a record breaking year for real estate sector IPOs. Between 2021 and 24, real estate companies raised approximately 32,000 crores through IPOs. This period saw a notable increase in IPO activity, with 2024 alone hosting 7 listings, surpassing the 5 year average. Housing finance companies have been a leading contributors to this growth, accounting for 46% of the total capital raised during this period. Real estate investment trust followed closely, contributing 22% of the funds. The total funds raised by real estate IPOs from 21 to 24 amount to 319 billion rupees. This is a significant increase, more than doubling the amount raised between 2017 and 2020. This growth reflects strong investor confidence in India's real estate sector, driven by factors such as improved transparency and a robust post pandemic recovery. As the sector continues to mature, we can expect to see more IPOs in the coming years. With its strong economic fundamentals and favorable demographics, India's real estate sector is poised for continued growth, making it an attractive investment opportunity for both domestic and international investors. Demand supply dynamics. The Indian commercial real estate sector is undergoing significant shift due to evolving work models, increasing urbanization, and emerging market trends. These changes present opportunities and challenges for stakeholders. Office space trends. Driven by economic growth and evolving business landscapes, office space absorption is notable in both metros and emerging cities. The co-working industry is surging, fueled by booming startup ecosystem and the growth of SMEs. Co-working hubs offer affordability, networking, and location flexibility, making them ideal for startups and SMEs. Premium infrastructure. As India's economy grows, the demand for premium office infrastructure is rising. Grade A office spaces featuring modern amenities, robust infra, and compliance with green building standards are in high demand. Corporates seeking environment that align with global standards to attract talent and improve productivity. Sustainability is the key, with eco-friendly designs and LEED certifications becoming industry benchmarks. Hybrid work models. The shift towards hybrid work models has redefined traditional office setups. With employees splitting time between home and offices, business prioritizes flexible workspaces that adapt to evolving needs. Corporates are opting for scalable office solutions, including serviced offices and shared workspaces, to support cost effective short term options. Market evolution. The Indian commercial real estate market is rapidly evolving, driven by changing work patterns, technological integration, and the push for sustainability. Demand continues to rise across segments, prompting supply side players to introduce innovative and tailored solutions for businesses. Next slide. Key drivers. Let's explore the key drivers of the Indian real estate industry, which has seen remarkable growth due to urbanization and infrastructure development, government policies, foreign investment, and sectoral growth. Rapid urbanization has surged demand for housing and commercial spaces. Government efforts to improve connectivity through roads, railways, and airports have skyrocketed demand for properties in well connected areas. These areas now host desirable amenities like hospitals, schools, and retail centers. Government policies such as RERA, REITs, and the Smart Cities initiatives have been game changers. RERA's introduction has brought transparency and accountability, boosting buyer and investor confidence. REITs and Smart Cities development have opened new investment avenues, allowing monetization of real estate assets and sustainable urban development. India's economic stability and favorable policies have made it an attractive destination for FDI in commercial real estate. These investments have provided significant cash inflows, boosting commercial and residential projects and creating employment opportunities. The rapid growth of IT and ITES, BFSI, startups, and manufacturing sectors has surged demand for office and industrial spaces. IT hubs are experiencing high demand for office spaces near talent pools, while the manufacturing sector's expansion drives need for large industrial spaces. The Indian real estate market remains lucrative investment destination due to these drivers, offering tremendous growth opportunities across various commercial property types. Let's discuss the emerging trends in the Indian commercial real estate industry. The booming e-commerce and logistics sector, driven by rising online shopping demand, has increased the need for larger, strategically located warehouses. Government policies supporting business growth and offering incentives attract investments to emerging cities, fostering demand and economic growth. Technological advancements are paving the way for smart and sustainable buildings since 2016. Green office spaces have increased by 83%, setting benchmarks for eco friendly real estate practices. Next, the focus is shifting towards Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, which are experiencing rapid economic and infra development. These cities offer lower costs and growing talent pool and business friendly environments. Further, there is an increased emphasis on wellness and amenities in commercial real estate sector. Developers are incorporating features like fitness centers, green spaces, and wellness programs to enhance the work environment and attract talent. The integration of property technology is transforming the real estate sector. Innovations such as virtual tours, smart building management systems, and data analytics are enhancing efficiency and improving tenant experience. Modular construction techniques are gaining popularity for their cost effectiveness and speed. This approach allows for faster project completion and reduced construction waste, making it an attractive option for developers. The development of smart cities is influencing commercial real estate trends. Technology driven urban planning and sustainable infrastructure are creating new opportunities for investment and growth. Other trends contributing the growth include popularity of flexible and co-working spaces, increased environment responsibility, rapid digitization, and reliance on data-driven technologies. The Indian market is experiencing remarkable growth and transformation. Let's discuss the significant surge in real estate development across 7 cities in India. India is witnessing remarkable growth in real estate development across various regions driven by infrastructure growth, urbanization, and government initiatives. Cities such as Amritsar, Ayodhya, Jaipur, Kanpur, Lucknow, Varanasi, Patna, Kochi, Tirupati, Vishakhapatnam, and Indore have emerged as hotspots for investment and growth. This expansion includes new residential, commercial, and infra projects reshaping the urban landscape. Coimbatore, Indore, and Kochi, among others, are promising locations for satellite offices. These cities offer a conducive environment for business expansion. Factors driving this growth include evolving work models, increased digitization, and affordability. The availability of trained talent in these cities, coupled with affordable real estate, makes them a preferred choice for businesses looking to expand or set up new offices. Spiritual tourism is another key driver of growth. Cities like Amritsar, Ayodhya, Dwarka, Puri, Shirdi, Tirupati, and Varanasi have experienced significant growth due to the rise in spiritual tourism. There is growing interest among tourists in exploring India's spiritual and cultural heritage, leading to increased demand for real estate development in these places. These cities offer ample opportunities for investors and developers with consistent footfall throughout the year. Now, for the remaining presentation, I would like to invite my colleague Manasvi Joshi.
Thank you, Vikrant. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Next slide. Now, let us see the key reforms that have been introduced to support the growth of this dynamic and thriving industry. The infrastructure development initiatives have become the backbone of the commercial real estate sector. The Delhi Mumbai Industrial Corridor and the Chennai Bengaluru Industrial Corridor have paved the way for rapid growth and development. These corridors have created a favorable environment for businesses, attracting investments and employment opportunities. The Smart Cities mission focuses on developing 100 cities across India into smart urban hubs with efficient infrastructure, sustainable urbanization, and improved living conditions. This initiative encourages the development of modern commercial real estate, such as office spaces, retail, and mixed use developments. Another section, the special economic zones, have been catalysts in boosting the demand for office spaces. By providing tax incentives, streamlined processes, and a business friendly environment, special economic zones have attracted both domestic and international companies, thus driving the growth of the commercial real estate sector. The Real Estate Regulation and Development Act, also known as RERA, ensures that there is fair play, safeguarding the interests of both buyers and sellers. This game changing legislation has instilled confidence within the commercial real estate market. Another important reform has been the introduction of REITs. REITs provide a platform for investors to invest in commercial real estate assets such as office buildings, shopping malls, and industrial properties without having to directly own the property. These financial instruments have revolutionized the sector by making it more accessible and improving liquidity. Next, the Green Rating for Integrated Habitat Assessment, also known as GRIHA, has become the benchmark for green buildings in India. By promoting environmentally sustainable practices, GRIHA has created a niche market for energy efficient and eco friendly commercial real estate developments. The Atmanirbhar Bharat 3.0 package and FDI policies have further increased the growth of the commercial real estate sector in India. These financial and tax incentives have provided the much needed boost for new investments and have enhanced the overall business ecosystem. The Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana has played a vital role in strengthening the rural connectivity infrastructure by improving road networks and accessibility. This initiative has opened up new avenues for commercial real estate development in previously untapped areas. These key reforms, along with FDI friendly policies and sustainability efforts, have propelled India's commercial real estate sector to new heights. Next slide. Now, let us look at the risk associated with the commercial real estate sector. The commercial real estate industry has always been dynamic and volatile, and it is essential for us to understand the potential risk that can impact this sector significantly. One of the significant risks in the commercial real estate sector is the rising interest rates, which can lead to higher financing costs for developers and tenants. This situation can make it difficult for businesses to afford rents or for developers to secure funding for new projects. Another significant risk factor is changing tenant preferences and space utilization. Shifts in demand, driven by factors such as digitalization, that is, remote work, e commerce, can lead to reduced demand for traditional office spaces and retail locations. For instance, the rise of e commerce has reduced the demand for physical retail spaces. Next, let's discuss the supply chain and construction cost challenges. Labor shortages, supply chain disruptions, and unforeseen environmental factors can all hinder project timelines and increase costs. Another risk that I want to highlight is the regulatory and policy hurdles impacting project approvals. Shifts in government regulations and policies, such as changes to land acquisition laws, tax reforms, and zoning regulations, can impact commercial real estate development and operations. Lastly, economic fluctuations can lead to reduced demand for commercial spaces, thus affecting rental yields and property values. For example, the COVID 19 pandemic highlighted these risks as companies reduced office space because of remote work. In conclusion, the commercial real estate sector faces various risks that need to be carefully navigated by all the stakeholders. Next slide. Now, let's explore India's edge in the commercial real estate sector. Firstly, India's strong economic growth sets it apart as one of the fastest growing economies in the world in spite of global challenges. This growth leads to increased demand for commercial properties such as office spaces, retail centers, and industrial hubs. Furthermore, India has one of the youngest workforces globally, thus making it an ideal location for companies setting up operations. Sectors such as technology, customer service, and e commerce benefit greatly from this youthful demographic, thus driving the demand for office spaces and co working hubs. Another contributing factor to India's edge in commercial real estate is the increasing demand for office spaces. As both domestic and international companies expand or enter the Indian market, the need for modern office spaces, business parks, and IT parks increases. The shift towards hybrid and flexible working models post pandemic has also resulted in greater demand for flexible office spaces and co working spaces. Next, India's favorable government policies such as RERA increase transparency and accountability in the sector, and it also boosts investor confidence. Initiatives such as the Smart Cities Mission and Amrut provide incentives for infrastructure development, improving connectivity, and creating more demand for commercial properties. Furthermore, India offers competitive pricing in commercial real estate as compared to global markets. Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, in particular, offer attractive returns on investment and higher yields, thus making India a preferred destination for investors. Next, the government's investment in infrastructure projects, including highways, metros, airports, and ports, enhances the connectivity of commercial hubs, making peripheral areas more attractive for businesses and investors. Lastly, India's urbanization and digitalization trends drive the demand for commercial real estate. The urban population continues to grow while sectors such as e commerce, fintech, digital services, and tech startups are booming. This growth in sectors increases the need for commercial spaces such as offices, data centers, and logistics centers. Next slide. Now, let's discuss the financial performance of major commercial real estate industry players. The industry has shown remarkable recovery since the pandemic, with strong growth rates seen in office, retail, warehousing, space leasing. In the next 2 to 3 years, India's commercial real estate market is likely to experience steady growth driven by increasing demand for office spaces, logistics and warehousing, institutional investment, sustainability, and smart technology integration. Now, the industry's margins are expected to increase because of higher rental yields and occupancy rates. Construction costs have also been under control because of subdued prices of raw materials such as steel and cement. Property prices have also increased, thus further contributing to margin growth. The debt to equity ratio in India's commercial real estate industry is influenced by several factors. Major developers often have high leverage due to their capital intensive nature, while REITs and institutional investors tend to maintain more conservative ratios. As the market matures, we are likely to see a trend towards lower leverage, particularly for developers focusing on sustainability and long term growth. The DSCR outlook for India's commercial real estate sector is largely positive, particularly for developers with quality assets in high demand segments. However, developers must be cautious about debt management, interest rate fluctuation, and cost inflation. Next slide. We will now discuss the path forward and future outlook for commercial real estate in India. In order to navigate the challenges faced by developers and investors, strategic partnerships with PropTech companies can integrate smart building technologies, AI driven property management, and data analytics. Diversification of investment portfolios and exploring new markets and asset classes can also provide growth opportunities. Now, regarding policy recommendation, simplification of regulatory processes is essential for developers in order to ensure compliance. Developers can also take advantage of government initiatives for green buildings and infrastructure, such as the Smart Cities Mission and the Affordable Housing Scheme. Technology plays a pivotal role in transforming commercial real estate by enhancing operational efficiency, user experience, and sustainability. With the integration of smart building systems, AI, data analytics, and blockchain, better informed decisions can be made, operational performance can be enhanced, and competitiveness can be maintained. Now, looking ahead, India's commercial real estate sector is poised for strong growth in the next 3 to 5 years. Factors such as urbanization, a robust economic outlook, infrastructure development, and evolving market trends present substantial opportunities across various segments. The focus on REITs, institutional investments, data centers, logistics, and sustainable real estate will further contribute to the sector's growth and attractiveness for investments. In conclusion, India presents an attractive destination for investment in commercial real estate with significant long term growth potential. Thank you.
Thank you, Manasvi. Now we will take some select questions that we had received during registration. Manasvi, would you like to take these questions?
Okay.
So the first question is, any specific geography where we are witnessing a slowdown?
Major cities in India are witnessing growth in the commercial real estate market. However, cities such as Kolkata and Ahmedabad are seeing slowdown in commercial real estate activity because of various factors such as oversupply of space and changing demand patterns.
Okay. Next question. Why there is no PE investment in retail sector in the recent years?
The COVID 19 pandemic led to shifts in consumer behavior with a significant increase in online shopping. Many traditional brick and mortar retail stores faced a downturn as consumer preferences moved towards e commerce. The shift toward e commerce has made the sector less attractive for PE investments in recent years.
All right, Manasvi. Thank you for your inputs. With this, now we conclude the webinar and thank you all for attending.